What sets the truly successful apart from the rest of us? Is it luck, intelligence, talent, or just pure willpower? This question has been asked by many throughout history, and while the answer is complex, one element consistently emerges as a driving force behind extraordinary achievements: motivation. Imagine the great inventors, leaders, and artists you admire. What fueled their relentless pursuit of greatness? More often than not, it was an unwavering sense of motivation. The spark that ignited their passions, the engine that powered their perseverance, the catalyst that transformed their dreams into reality. Take for instance the legendary basketball player, Michael Jordan. He didn't just wake up one day as a basketball prodigy, it was his burning motivation that saw him spend countless hours on the court practicing, even after his teammates had called it a day. His motivation transformed him from an ordinary player into an icon of the sport. Or consider the story of Thomas Edison, who, despite over 1,000 failed attempts, was driven by an insatiable motivation to invent the electric light bulb. He once said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time." Indeed, motivation is a potent force. It is the whisper in your ear that says, "You can do this," when the world is saying, "You can't." It is the fire in your belly that burns brighter with each setback, each failure, each disappointment. It is the lifeline that pulls you out of complacency and propels you towards your goals. In the words of the ancient philosopher Confucius, the will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. These words ring true today as they did over 2,000 years ago. So, what sets the truly successful apart from the rest? It's not just talent, intelligence, or luck. It's the power of motivation. The ability to harness this power, to channel it towards a goal, to let it guide your actions, that's what leads to success. Motivation, it turns out, is a key factor in our journey towards success. Now let's delve into some real-life success stories, where motivation played a pivotal role. In the realm of sports, we find the inspiring tale of Bethany Hamilton. After losing her arm in a shark attack, many assumed her surfing career was over. But Bethany was far from finished. Fueled by an unyielding motivation, she returned to the waves and became a professional surfer, proving that no obstacle is too great when met with determination. Switching gears to the world of business, consider the story of Elon Musk. He faced a string of failures early in his career, including 3 rocket explosions at SpaceX and near bankruptcy at Tesla. Yet he remained motivated, driven by his vision of a sustainable future and space exploration. Today, he helms some of the most innovative companies in the world. In arts, Vincent van Gogh's story stands out. Despite selling only one painting in his lifetime and grappling with mental health issues, Van Gogh never lost sight of his passion. His motivation to express himself through art resulted in some of the most revered artworks in history. Moving on to the sphere of social activism, Malala Yousafzai's story is one of immense courage and motivation. After being shot by the Taliban for advocating girls' education, Malala didn't retreat in fear. Instead, she amplified her efforts, becoming the youngest Nobel laureate and a beacon of hope for millions of girls worldwide. Each of these individuals faced tremendous challenges. They could have succumbed to their circumstances, but they chose not to. They chose to stay motivated, to keep going, to keep fighting. Their motivation wasn't just about achieving personal success, it was about making a difference, about leaving a mark on the world. These stories are not just stories of success, they are stories of motivation, of determination, of resilience. They remind us that with the right amount of motivation, we can overcome any obstacle, surmount any challenge, and achieve our dreams. These stories are a testament to the power of motivation. But what is motivation, scientifically speaking? How does it work in our brains? Motivation is not just a buzzword we use to kickstart our day or to push us through tough times. It's a complex process rooted deeply in the human brain, involving a series of neurological events. At the heart of motivation is a neurotransmitter known as dopamine. Often dubbed the feel-good hormone, dopamine plays a key role in driving our behavior. When we do something we enjoy, dopamine floods our brain, making us feel happy and content. And it's this feeling that our brain seeks to replicate, pushing us to repeat the behavior that triggered it. This is the basis of the brain's reward system, and it's what drives us to pursue goals, no matter how big or small. The reward system works in 3 stages: desire, action, and reward. It starts with a desire to achieve a goal. This desire triggers a release of dopamine, which drives us to take action. Once the goal is achieved, The brain rewards us with a surge of dopamine, reinforcing the behavior and making us want to repeat it. But dopamine is not the only player in the motivation game. Our brain also uses a group of structures known as the limbic system, which includes the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the hypothalamus. The limbic system processes our emotions and responses to rewards and punishments, influencing our motivation levels. Renowned psychologist Abraham Maslow once said, "What a man can be, he must be." He was referring to the intrinsic motivation that pushes us to fulfill our potential. And science backs this up. Studies show that intrinsic motivation, the desire to do something for its own sake, is more powerful than extrinsic motivation, which is driven by external rewards or punishments. So, motivation is not just a state of mind, it's a physiological process involving various parts of the brain and a cocktail of chemicals. Understanding the science of motivation can help us harness its power. So, how can we boost our motivation? What practical steps can we take? First off, let's talk about setting clear goals. There's something incredibly powerful about having a destination in mind. It's like hopping in your car and knowing exactly where you're heading. Goals give you focus, direction, and a benchmark for determining whether you're actually succeeding. So start by identifying what you want to achieve, and then break it down into smaller, manageable objectives. Next, master the art of breaking tasks into manageable parts. A huge project can feel overwhelming, but if you break it down into smaller tasks, it becomes much more manageable. It's like eating an elephant. You can't do it in one bite. You have to do it piece by piece. Visualization is also a powerful tool. Picture yourself achieving your goal. Feel the excitement, the satisfaction. This mental imagery can act as a powerful motivator, driving you forward even when times get tough. As best-selling author Jack Canfield once said, "Visualize this thing that you want, see it, feel it, believe in it. Make your mental blueprint, and begin to build." Another tip is to surround yourself with positivity. This could be motivational books, inspiring quotes, or even people who uplift you. As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." So, choose your company wisely. Don't forget to reward yourself along the way. It's important to celebrate small victories, as they can provide a significant boost to your motivation. Think about it as a pat on the back for all the hard work you've put in. Lastly, remember to maintain a positive attitude. It's not always going to be smooth sailing. There will be challenges, setbacks, and days when you just want to give up. But remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. As the renowned self-help guru Tony Robbins said, "The only impossible journey is the one you never begin." With these practical tips, you too can harness the power of motivation. So, what impact does motivation have on our lives and our pursuit of success? Well, imagine a world where everyone is driven by a strong, unwavering motivation. It's a world where people are fueled to overcome challenges, strive for their dreams, and make a difference. That's the power of motivation. It's a potent force that can transform lives, communities, and even the world. Let's start with career success. Motivation is the rocket fuel that propels us forward in our professional lives. It's what gets us up in the morning, ready to tackle the day's challenges. It's what pushes us to go the extra mile, to outperform expectations, and to continually strive for excellence. As the legendary inventor Thomas Edison once said, "I never did a day's work in my life, it was all fun." Motivation also plays a crucial role in our personal relationships. It encourages us to invest time and effort into cultivating and maintaining these relationships. It's the motivational spark that drives us to understand, empathize, and connect with others on a deeper level. As the renowned psychologist Carl Rogers pointed out, the only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change. And let's not forget about health and wellness. Motivation is the backbone of any successful health and wellness journey. It's what encourages us to eat right, exercise regularly, and take care of our mental health. It's the driving force behind our commitment to lead healthier, more fulfilling lives. As the famous wellness advocate Deepak Chopra wisely observed, "Every time you are tempted to react in the same old way, ask if you want to be a prisoner of the past or a pioneer of the future." As we can see, motivation is not just about achieving success, it's about enhancing every aspect of our lives. It's the light that illuminates our path, the fuel that powers our journey, and the compass that guides us towards our destination. It's the magic ingredient that makes the impossible possible, the unreachable reachable, and the unimaginable imaginable. And so we circle back to our opening question. What impact does motivation have on our lives and our pursuit of success? The answer is clear. It's profound, it's transformative, and it's indispensable. As we can see, motivation is not just about achieving success, it's about enhancing every aspect of our lives.